Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very practical episode of Miss.English podcast. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Peter. Today we are taking a walk through the city. We'll talk about where we shop, where we relax, and how we move from one place to another.
Knowing the names of city places is essential. So, before we start our tour, please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Let's go.
Victoria, I need to buy some milk and bread. Should I go to a clothing store?
Only if you want to eat a t-shirt, Peter. For food, you go to the grocery store or the supermarket. If you want something specific, like fresh bread, you go to the bakery.
And if I need a new suit for a wedding, I head to a clothing store or a department store if I want many brands in one place.
Exactly. And don't forget the pharmacy or drugstore if you need medicine, or the bookstore if you're looking for a good novel like the ones I read.
After shopping, I usually need some fresh air. I love going to the city park. It's the best place to run or take my dog for a walk.
I agree. Parks are of the city. I love sitting on a bench near the fountain to relax. Some parks even have a playground for kids or a pond with ducks. It's so peaceful.
But cities can be big. How do we move? If I'm going to work, I go to the bus stop or the subway station.
I prefer the train station if I'm traveling to another town. It's usually a beautiful building with a big clock.
And for our international trips, we head to the airport. Remember, Victoria, the airport is usually outside the city center, so you have to leave early.
Oh, I know. And if you drive your own car, the biggest problem is finding a parking lot or a parking garage. It can be so expensive in the city center.
There are other important places too, like the bank to get cash, the post office to send a package, or the police station if you have an emergency.
And hopefully, you don't need it, but the hospital is always there just in case. All this talk about the city makes me feel so nostalgic, Peter. Do you remember the first time you explored the city by yourself?
And in snowy destinations, you meet the adrenaline junkies, people who love extreme sports and have a lot of energy. Oh, I certainly do. I was about 10 years old. My big adventure was taking the bus alone for the first time to go to my friend's house. I was so nervous holding my bus fare, ticket money, in my hand. I remember checking every single bus stop to make sure I didn't miss mine.
I was the same. I felt like such an adult. For me, the city park was my favorite place. When I was a little girl, my parents used to take me to the park every Sunday. We would spend hours at the playground. I loved the swings and the slide. It felt like a kingdom to me.
Parks were great, but do you remember that old ice cream parlor in the city center? The one with the big red sign?
The Golden Scoop. How could I forget? It's a traditional landmark in our city. My favorite was always the strawberry cone with extra sprinkles.
I was a chocolate fan, of course. I remember the smell of the waffle cones being made fresh. We used to stand in a long queue line outside the shop during the summer. Everyone in town was there.
It's funny how a simple place like an ice cream shop or a bus stop can hold so many memories. Even though the city changes and new skyscrapers are built, those traditional spots stay in our hearts.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important to know your way around. You never know where you'll find your next favorite memory. Victoria, we mentioned the supermarket, but let's be more specific. Sometimes I don't want to go to a giant store. I prefer the local shops in my neighborhood.
You're right, Peter. There's a big difference. A supermarket is great for a big weekly shop, but for fresh and high-quality items, the specialty shops are the best.
For example, if I want a good steak for my Sunday barbecue, I head straight to the butcher shop or the butcher's. The quality of the meat is usually better, and you can ask for specific cuts.
And if you are like me and have a sweet tooth, you can't miss the bakery and the pastry shop.
Wait, what's the difference?
Good question. In a bakery, you mainly find bread, rolls, and savory items. But in a pastry shop, or a pâtisserie, it's all about the cakes, tarts, and fancy desserts. It's like a paradise of sugar.
I see. And for quick things, like a soda or a snack, there are always the convenience stores or the small corner shops. They are smaller than supermarkets but stay open late.
Exactly. Supporting these small businesses is what keeps the city alive.
But speaking of keeping the city alive, Victoria, we have a responsibility too. The city is our home, and we need to take care of it.
Absolutely, Peter. It's so important to maintain the order and the environment. For example, always use the trash cans or rubbish bins. Nobody likes a park covered in litter. And respect the public spaces. If we want to keep our parks green and our streets clean, we have to be mindful. If you have a pet, please pick up after your dog. It's about being a good neighbor. Yes. And if we use public transport, let's be polite and follow the rules. A clean and organized city makes everyone's life much happier and easier.
Well said, Victoria. Let's enjoy our city and keep it beautiful for everyone.
That's it for today's tour. We hope you enjoyed walking through the city with us. If you learned a new word today, please subscribe to Miss English Podcast and give us a thumbs up.
Your support helps us continue teaching English to the world. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss a trip with us.
Thank you for watching, and remember, be kind to your city and to each other.
See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well,
Great